In any high-stakes job, there's always that one terrifying question in the back of your mind. What happens if a critical warning just gets missed? Today, we're going to dig into that exact communication gap and look at how modern tech, like a system called SmartFleet Alerts, is trying to close it for good.
Really think about it for a second. In places like railways or aviation, or even in a hospital, a missed message isn't just an inconvenience, it's a potential catastrophe. The real challenge isn't just about sending the info, it's about being able to prove it was received, and even more importantly, that it was actually understood.
So, this whole problem really boils down to three things: scale, speed, and certainty. When you're dealing with these huge operations, maybe with thousands of people spread out all over the place, a simple group email or a text blast is basically like shouting into the wind, especially when safety is on the line. And this, right here, is the fundamental flaw. You can send 100 emails, right? But you have absolutely zero proof they were opened, let alone understood. That lack of a confirmation loop isn't just a small gap. It's a communication black hole. And that creates these enormous risks for both safety and, you guessed it, legal compliance.
Okay, so if the old ways are totally busted, what's the fix? Well, a new category of communication tools has started to pop up, and they're designed to solve this exact problem by focusing on making alerts both targeted and totally trackable.
Let's use SmartFleet Alerts as our case study here. Its whole purpose is crystal clear. Transform safety communications by using messages that are not only targeted and trackable, but, and this is the key, also require a mandatory acknowledgment. That's how it closes that really risky communication loop we were talking about. So, what does an alerts journey actually look like inside a system like this? Well, it's a super precise four-step process. First, an authorized user creates the message. Then, and this part is crucial, it's not just blasted out to everyone. The audience is carefully filtered, maybe by job role or location. From there, it's sent out instantly, and the system immediately starts tracking who's acknowledged it in real time. But look, targeting a message is really only half the battle. The real innovation, the part that's a total game changer, lies in proving it was understood. And that's where things get really interesting. The answer is this thing called digital acknowledgment. And no, this is not just your everyday read receipt on a text message. It's way more serious. It's a required action from every single person who gets the alert. When they confirm, they create a time-stamped digital signature, an official auditable record that says, yep, I got it and I understand. And get this, the system has a pretty powerful way to enforce this. It doesn't just ask nicely. For the most critical alerts, it can actually block users from doing other tasks, like, say, signing off on a job, until they've confirmed the message. There's just no ignoring it. The message absolutely cannot go unread. Now, this single feature has three massive payoffs. For compliance, it creates an unbreakable digital paper trail for any kind of audit. For liability, it proves the organization did its due diligence. And for day-to-day safety, it completely kills that dangerous excuse of, oh, I never saw that message. But of course, sending hundreds of alerts creates its own problem, right? Information overload. So the key isn't just sending messages, but managing them so they stay organized, current, and actually easy to find when you need them. So to stop things from turning into chaos, a really solid system needs strong management tools. Version control archives old alerts so only the most current info is active. Access control makes sure only authorized people can create them. And, of course, powerful search tools mean employees can find exactly what they need right when they need it. Another really simple but super effective tool is categorization. By just tagging each alert as safety, contractual, or something else, employees can instantly get the context and priority. You're going to pay way more attention to a safety alert than a general update, right? It's all about cutting through the noise. All right, so we've got the problem, we've got the technical solution, but what's the ultimate result? What's the real-world impact of having this kind of guaranteed communication inside an organization? Ultimately, the goal isn't just about managing alerts. It's about fundamentally changing behavior. It's about promoting a culture of safety and compliance. The technology really is just the tool to get to that much bigger goal. And this all leads to three huge wins. First, safety communications are truly enhanced because nothing gets messed. Second, compliance becomes demonstrable. You have a clear trail to prove it. And most importantly, you build a much stronger safety culture,
where every employee is actively engaged and accountable. And hey, this isn't just some abstract theory. This specific system was actually recognized with an Industry Innovation Award not too long ago, which just highlights how valuable this approach is, especially in a sector like railways where safety is everything. So, as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this thought. We live in an age of constant noise and information overload. But when it comes to critical communications, the real question we have to ask ourselves isn't about the cost of the technology. It's about the true, unimaginable price of a single message that gets lost in all that noise.